Affleck, Garner, Lopez. Drama triangle. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. It is common for the narcissist to use the drama triangle. This is where the narcissist will act as the perpetrator towards a victim, often causing a third party to take on the role of rescuer. However, what the narcissist will then do is portray themselves as the victim, the true victim to be the perpetrator, so that a third party will act as a rescuer. Or in some instances, they will portray themselves, the narcissist will portray themselves as the victim, a third party will be the perpetrator, and the genuine victim is cast in the role of rescuer. This triangulation, through creating a drama triangle, is naturally done to assert control over at least two parties, to draw fuel from those parties and potentially residual benefits also. Commonly, for instance, the narcissist will claim that his wife is abusive, that he's miserable and unhappy, that he does his best to keep the family unit together, but he's mistreated. And he complains to somebody that he is aiming to make his intimate partner secondary source and have an affair with. If he approached this person and said, "My wife's wonderful, she's great in the bedroom, brilliant cook, runs a household, holds down a high-powered job, is a fantastic mother, and makes me laugh, do you fancy a shag?" The other person would go, "Get back to your wife, you've clearly got a brilliant person there, get lost." And therefore the narcissist has to portray, and they do this because at that moment in time the narcissism makes them think this way, that they are experiencing abuse from their partner, from their husband, from their wife. So they can come with this sob story, so that when they are attempting to seduce the intimate partner secondary source, they can say, "Oh, I don't have sex with my wife any longer. It's like brother and sister. Yeah, she doesn't listen to me. She's always criticizing me." This means that the victim, invariably chosen because they're empathic, is more likely to feel sorry for the victim, making them easier to seduce, but also may well cause them to have fewer qualms and issues about interfering in a relationship. After all, they wouldn't want to split up two people that were happy, but he isn't happy. He's being abused. So therefore, it's not such a problem that I have an affair with him. And moreover, he's kind and wonderful to me, because of course that person's getting the golden period. I want to protect and rescue them. And the narcissist will switch roles. So there'll be times where the intimate partner secondary source then becomes painted black because the intimate partner's primary source has been given a respite period and they're painted white. And the IPSS finds themselves being shelved or criticised and they can't understand why. And thus you have this triangle. And the triangle can go on for a long period of time. And we see another example of the narcissist utilising triangulation in respect of what Ben Affleck has been telling us. As I've explained elsewhere, Ben Affleck is a narcissist, Jennifer Lopez is a narcissist, Jennifer Garner is not a narcissist. Rebecca Lawrence, writing for the Daily Mail, explains Ben Affleck shed some light on the breakdown of his marriage to Jennifer Lopez and his relationship with his first wife Jennifer Garner in a candid chat with British GQ, which is a magazine for those of you that don't know. So Affleck is utilising an interview to enable him to assert control over the audience and also to indirectly assert control over Jennifer Lopez and Jennifer Garner. He explains how he rekindled his romance with J-Lo in 2021, but the reunion was short-lived, with J-Lo filing for divorce in August last year after their 2-year marriage crumbled. See parts pass him for explanations about all of that. Affleck has remained tight-lipped about the breakdown of their union, assertion of control by staying in a position of withdrawal, yet has now insisted there was no scandal, no soap opera, no intrigue that caused their breakup. Naturally, Affleck is looking to manage his facade. Admitting why he doesn't like to dwell too much on the split in interviews, he confessed that it wasn't a blame game, facade management, but the reason I don't want to share that is just sort of embarrassing. It feels vulnerable. Affleck also addressed his participation in the documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, part 3 of his wife's $20 million media homage to their romance. Fans were quick to point out how disinterested he looked in the documentary, where he openly confessed he felt uncomfortable on camera. That isn't true. He spent a life in front of a camera and revealed he found their privacy sacred. Or rather, he's triangulating the audience with the issue of his privacy, and he's utilising it to devalue J-Lo by suggesting she wasn't valuing his privacy. Doubling down on his remarks, Affleck explained, part of it was, okay, if I'm going to participate in this, I want to try to do it in an honest way and in a way that's interesting, because I thought it was an interesting examination. Addressing the difference in their approach to fame, he continued, my temperament is to be a little more reserved and private than hers. As happens in relationships, you don't always have the same attitude towards these things. And so I thought, oh, this is interesting, because how do you reconcile that? Because exactly what you said is true. I love and support this person. I'm the good guy. I believe in them. They're great. I want people to see that. You've got to own what you knew going into any relationship. Clarifying that he has a lot of respect for Lopez, facade management, the Oscar-winning actor added that fans would do well not to read too much into their documentary. He mused, I think it's important to say that wasn't the cause of some major fracture. It's not like you can watch that documentary and go, oh, now I understand the issues that these two had. In other words, he's pointing to other factors being the reason they split up. Elsewhere in his chat with GQ, talk turned to his first wife, Jennifer Garner, with whom he shares Violet 18, Finn 15 and Samuel 12. The couple have remained close since they split in 2015. Addressing their relationship, Affleck mused, I'm really lucky that I have a really good co-parent and partner in Jennifer Garner. Well, clearly not that good, as a consequence of the fact that they're no longer married. Nevertheless, she's currently painted white, so she receives some flattery from him. He references her as the kid's mum, who's wonderful and great, and we work together well. Flattery towards her, facade management for him. Last month, the pair were seen embracing during an outing, sending the internet into a frenzy. Daily Mail later learned Garner is deathly afraid of falling back in love with the actor, with a source saying she still has trust issues with Affleck after he slept with their children's nanny, Christine Uzunian, now 37, a decade ago, which demonstrates Affleck's sense of entitlement, lack of emotional empathy for Jennifer Garner, and the commission of infidelity. Such behaviour is unsurprising in relation to a narcissist, and yet, notwithstanding the way that he has behaved towards her, Jennifer Garner still remains vulnerable. She still allows interaction with him, not co-parenting with him in a way which would be closer to total no contact. She loves Ben, but is worried that he will crush her all over again. She doesn't want to heal another broken heart because it is just too much drama. Plus, she doesn't want their kids to see round 2 of their mum in a bad place with their dad. So much could go wrong if they reunite. It's likely that Garner is an empathic individual with an addiction to the narcissist, that she's kept in this triangle because it serves a purpose for the narcissist that is Affleck. The photos of Affleck tenderly embracing his ex-wife also resulted in Garner's boyfriend, John Miller, feeling a bit bothered about their touchy-feely behaviour, sources claimed, again demonstrating the lack of emotional empathy that Affleck has as he's interfering in somebody else's relationship. It would get to anyone, but this is nothing new. Ben and Jen have a unique relationship, especially for exes. In 2016, Garner detailed to Vanity Fair how her heart was tender after a 10-year marriage to Affleck crumbled. Affleck has not spoken much about his divorce from Lopez, but was photographed spending more time with his first wife Garner in the months that followed. Accordingly, what you have here is Affleck talking to a magazine to assert control over its audience, that he's perpetuating the drama triangle, where he's portraying himself as the decent guy, that shows Lopez to there be some kind of problem with her, although he's not specific. He wants to maintain his facade of being the good guy in all of this, whilst heaping praise on Jennifer Garner, but continuing to interfere in her relationship, and she clearly finds herself in a dangerous place by persisting in interactions with her former husband, who is a narcissist. Lopez won't be impressed to learn about what he has to say with regard to Garner, even though they're no longer together, her narcissism will tell her subconsciously that he still belongs to her, and that such displays of affection between the two of them are directed towards her to upset her. It will affect her need for control, and thus the drama triangle, continues. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.